ain't gonna say more physical, but more skilled. The perception of what the shots that these young kids take today versus the older generation, how they was taught the game, it wasn't so gimmicky, it wasn't so tricky, it was just straight
Couldn't even
to
put
it.
your hand on the side of the
Straight
ball.
up, straight up.
Yeah.
But carrying came into it, and it affected. Pistol Pete was unbelievable with the carry, and just all of it. So with the evolution of the game, you got to put the carry in there just because of how you handling it and the pressure. If you handle a hand check, then you should let somebody carry because the hand check actually neutralizes all this. You know, just think about being able to control the ball.
The hand check is crazy.
The hand check is a whole.
That's a game changer.
It's a whole game changer.
Yeah.
But so is the carry. AI came in and changed. I say all that to say the game has to evolve and it has to have an evolution to it. We're looking at the same 1950s, 1940s.
Yeah.
Sound like way to go.
Yeah. And I like what you said too, because I think like those, it's unfair, right? Because if Bill Russell was brought up in today's game, they would be nice. They would be taught the game the way they're taught today. The athleticism.
It would just be the download of what everybody is. They don't understand how physical the game was back in those days too. Just, you know.
Yeah, dudes. Yeah, exactly. I think it's definitely underestimated. The footage gets grainy and they downplay it or whatever. But anyway, I want to see that game.
I was into showing the difference between N1 and the league. I was into that.
Some of them probably felt like, hey,
absolutely. They wanted to see. They wanted to see
them running them out. But other dudes were probably just like, hey, I couldn't get the opportunity. There's not one consensus of what level N1 was. Like, how good was it, right? Some dudes would say, like even today, some dudes are like, Professor, you need to play Kyrie one-on-one. And it's like that's a narrative. Other dudes be like, oh, this dude's garbage, man. Dude can't play nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Skip to My Lou was real deal. Skip to My Lou was. I don't care if you played him on what surface you played him on, blacktop or in the gym.
Real deal.
He was real deal.
Yep.
Great point guard in the league, great point guard on street ball. Like real. I don't know what people are. I don't even know where they're getting this narrative from. I don't know how you fake basketball.
You can't, you know what I mean?
Fake
but
basketball,
I had heard it so much by the time I showed up and watched my first N1 game as a fan. Even I was mind blown because like it was kind of flawed. Like you said, it was polished. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about who's a legend and who's not. They feel like you had to be stamped outside of N1 to be a legend. But I'm like,
those guys were legends.
I think
in my eyes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
street ball is not light. The league is one thing, but street ball is not light.
Yeah.
Anybody who ain't never played street ball is some of the most hard and first off, street ball is intimidating.
At the highest level.
At the highest level of street ball, some hoopers that play in the NBA can't play street ball. You understand?
That was my thing. I feel like they were the best at what they did.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because NBA players would like Ricky Davis and then would play, and they put in work, right? We can't stop Ricky Davis. You know what I'm saying? Dude scored 60. But what made N1 so lit is it was a really high level, but also it's just so much showtime seamlessly in a high level game. Some OGs say like it's all about hood respect. If you didn't have the hood respect before you got there, you wasn't a legend. That's their view. But I'm like, I think they undervalue what happened. Personally.
Bro, we're going to look back on basketball and in the times of how the timeline go. N1 basketball is going to be always submitted. And blacktop basketball getting converted into NBA play is one of the most difficult conversions. It would be similar to you go to Street Fighter, now they telling you got to box a certain way or go to MMA with these certain rules. You understand? It has a professional piece to it, but the creative way and where it comes from, that culture and in these lines of this neighborhood and my community, all this comes out of this imagination and into this art form that I get to come out here and display with a ball. People won't ever understand that if they never walked that path.